Hey YouTube, I'm Matt. I'm a big guy who loves movies. I work at an undisclosed movie rental business corporation, and for the past year and a half I've worked there. Now, in the past year and a half, I have watched over 600 movies. Now, that's a lot of movies. And mainstream doesn't put out that many movies. One thing that really gets me PO'd is when people watch a movie that they know isn't a mainstream movie, expecting it to be that movie. Like, for instance, when Black Dahlia came out, another company, I can't remember off the top of my head right now, came out with another movie which was a ghost story. It wasn't the Black Dahlia that we know of with Josh Hartnett. Now, it was not necessarily the best of movies. It was an under the radar movie that it was straight to DVD. Nobody really heard of it. Now, people were renting it, believing it was the original Black Dahlia. All you had to do was look and see that the Black Dahlia was still in the theaters. It wasn't on DVD yet. Well, there's a lot of people who rent like that, and it gets me annoyed. Another thing is when people watch movies and shut them down because they weren't in the theaters, or see them as being low budget and not watching them because they look like they're under budget, and they look bad. They look like editing problems, and they look like graphics are bad. But you gotta think about it. A lot of the underground people want to make movies. They don't have the money for it. So where are they gonna get their production value from? They need experience to make the production value. They need feedback. Don't just sit there and watch the mainstream movies because they're big budget or because there's the huge actors in it. Where are the little actors going to start from? They have to start from somewhere. They have to get their big break somewhere. Okay? Now, one thing that I find is kind of funny is the lower budget movies, well, the under the radar movies, sometimes are better than the mainstream movies. Take Justin Timberlake, for example. One movie that he actually did fairly recent, it's called Edison Force. Nobody saw it. It was never in the theaters, and not many people have actually watched it. But it's a good movie. Surprisingly, he was a very good actor in it. Now, Alpha Dogs, which was a mainstream movie that just came out in DVD just recently. Honestly, what were they thinking? It was a decent movie. Acting had a ton of holes. It was an okay movie. But Edison Force had a much better plot. The acting was superb. I give him props on that, on how he did in acting. But, well, this is my starting rant. Probably have another one shortly. I'm thinking I might do some reviews. Well, this is the Fuzzy Fat Man, signing off.